The Victoria's Secret fashion show is back, kind of. After a 5-year hiatus, the lingerie company brought back its annual fashion extravaganza, but it's not like you remember. The event, now called The Tour, is a feature-length movie that began streaming on Amazon Prime Video yesterday, and it's more of a documentary than a runway show. The return of Victoria's Secret fashion show, whatever it wants to call it, is intended to showcase its transformation from a brand that promoted unrealistic and unhealthy beauty standards to a more inclusive one that recognizes that all women don't necessarily look or should look like Adriana Lima. The film highlights models and artists from all over the world to showcase women and body types it had previously neglected. But according to reviewers, the disorganized, chaotic movie shows that while Victoria's Secret clearly realizes it was out of touch in the past, it still doesn't seem to have a vision of what it wants to become in the future. And it's got plenty of upstart competitors who identified the industry's shift toward comfort and inclusivity way before it. So the one-time juggernaut is still playing catch-up here.
The Washington Post described this show as part extended fashion show, part gonzo experimental documentary, part cringingly unfunny Gigi Hadid voiceover open mic hour. So you can see that their revamped Victoria's Secret fashion show, they don't have a clear vision for. And if we just want to zoom out, Victoria's Secret has not been doing well over the past decade. The business has lost about $1.8 billion in sales since 2018, and revenue for its last full fiscal year fell 6.5%. Shares reached an all-time low in September, down 78% from 2021, and just this year alone, down 49%. So again, it keeps trying to reinvent itself in the past 5 years or so. Still hasn't found its groove, even though it is still a dominant player in the lingerie space. It just hasn't found what its new path forward is.
It has completely missed the boat on this massive push towards inclusivity, different body types, gender neutral things. Like, that is where this industry is going. And a bunch of startups have completely understood this and capitalized. I mean, Kim Kardashian's Skims, American Eagle's brand Aerie, I think is doing over $1.5 billion in sales. So they're catching up super quick. Victoria's Secret's like this brick and mortar retail that completely missed the internet. And so it has no idea kind of where it's finding its niche right now.
And the fashion show used to be, I mean, you used the word juggernaut. It used to be huge. It was during its peak in 2001, it drew 12.4 million viewers, which is just absolutely nuts in the era of where sports are the only ones fetching those kind of live show numbers. The 2018 version drew just 3.3 million viewers. And then also, if we want to talk about a sign of the times, the fact that it's debuting on a streaming platform instead of live, that's a secondary story beneath all of this, is that they're bringing back the fashion show, but it's going straight to Prime Video. So it is interesting. One brand that shows that a turnaround could be executed, though, is Abercrombie. Remember, we have talked about Abercrombie on the show and how it just completely solved all the issues that Victoria's Secret is kind of facing. Remember, one, they just decided not alienating your customers by only appealing to a certain body type is a good idea. And then two, just making good looking modern clothing is another big reason why Abercrombie has come back. So looking at brand turnarounds, they don't happen overnight, but Abercrombie is kind of like this light at the end of the tunnel that if Victoria's Secret can execute a similar style playbook, they got a chance to come back.
Right, but if you go into their stores, which I don't really do, but I've heard that the stores look completely the same.
Right.
They haven't like fully
Victoria's
bought in.
Secret stores.
Victoria's Secret hasn't fully bought in. Abercrombie kind of bought into this transformation. They said, we're completely shedding our former self. Meanwhile, Victoria's Secret, you can see, is still kind of clinging on to the glory days of the past. They've had a lot of executive turnover, so it's tough for them to chart a path forward. I don't know. They have the brand recognition, which is a really hard part in terms of, in the fashion and apparel industries, but they're not totally sold on their new vision.
Hey, thanks for watching. And if you want more Morning Brew Daily, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And also check out the rest of our episodes wherever you get your podcasts.
New episodes drop at 7 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, and you can email us at morningbrewdaily@morningbrew.com.